What's up? It's your boy 90 Star Wars Kid, and we are on to the last and final Jump to Lightspeed box of this harvest. Harvesting Jump to Lightspeed in January 2026. I don't know when the next harvest shall be or what we shall harvest, but this is box number 12. In box 11, we did manage to pull out a Wedge Antilles showcase. We were chasing a Vader, really hoping for a Vader, but if we're not going to get a Vader, if we're not going to get a top tier, like $150 showcase, something around there, Wedge Antilles among the lower tier is probably one of my preferred. I like the artwork. And if you're going to get a lower tier showcase, if it's not going to be a playable leader, then you want it to be a beautiful showcase. And I think that one looks pretty good. So here we're not expecting another showcase. We don't know if these boxes came from the same case or not, but regardless, the odds of going back-to-back showcases are incredibly tiny. Now, I did, if you watched my previous videos from around Christmas time, so, less than a month ago, I can't remember if I opened them on camera or not, but I opened four booster boxes, and I pulled 3 showcases. I don't expect that to ever happen again. I certainly don't expect it to happen here because we've had kind of bad luck in general with our hit rate in these orders. But it is possible. It's just extremely unlikely. And here we start off with the legendary Death Star plans, which is a waste of a legendary because it's not worth anything. There's a regular Vader, no showcase. Common hyperspace. Uncommon, into a rare Relentless Fire Spray and a rare foil Tactical Heavy Bomber, neither of which is worth anything. Flip, no showcase. Uncommon. We have an uncommon hyperspace, and there's a Victor leader that's good for about $4, and then a Spotlight Houndstooth. No showcase. Get through the commons into uncommon, a rare no glory only results. That's a good hit for about $8, and a common foil. And no glory will probably only become more valuable as we move into set 7, go through rotation, and a bunch of removal gets removed. It's kind of ironic. It's kind of ironic that removal cards are going to be removed. Uncommon, into a rare Jump to Lightspeed. No showcase. Uncommon, into a rare Rampart, which is not worth anything. No showcase. Get through the commons. Uncommon. Legendary Unity of Purpose, which I think is going for somewhere, it oscillates a lot. I think $4 to $5, but I think at times it's been as high as $8. There's our regular Wedge. Wedge versus Showcase Wedge, if I can get the glare off of here. Yeah, I like the showcase. Getting through the commons. Uncommon, hyperspace, rare Moff Gideon, not worth anything. Do you think any of these rares will become more valuable after rotation? Or do you think they're just hopelessly unplayable, hopelessly low value? Rare General Draven, not worth anything. Legendary Shadowcaster. This was the name I was trying to remember a couple boxes ago when I was talking about legendaries we don't want. I have so many Shadowcasters and they're not worth anything. It really does make you wonder, how do they end up creating legendaries that don't seem to be playable? Here's a legendary hyperfoil nebula ignition. Again, a legendary hyperfoil is extraordinarily rare. It really sucks that we wasted it on a nebula ignition. Had that been a Vader or a planetary bombardment or a Devastator, that would have been a night and day difference. And that goes to my point again about the playability and value of legendaries. It's one thing to have legendaries of more and less value. You know, okay, maybe some legendaries are 5, some are 10, some are 20. But to have legendaries that are essentially worthless, legendaries that nobody wants, that are less than $1, that are unplayable, that's really a unfortunate place to be, because pulling a legendary, or like we just did a moment ago, pulling a hyper foil legendary, like this should feel amazing no matter which legendary you get. And it's really unfortunate that there are a lot of legendaries where it doesn't even matter. You pull a hyperfoil legendary and then you essentially throw it away because it's unplayable and it's unsellable. And for both of those reasons, it's probably untradeable. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon into a rare Iden Versio, maybe $1 there. So this box so far shaping up to probably be the worst of all of the boxes in this order, I believe. Because obviously no showcase in here, but also 3 worthless legendaries, 1 mid-level legendary, and not really any good rare hits. Here's another worthless legendary, another big heroism ship. Though we do get a foil legendary stolen AT hauler after that, which is going to be somewhere in the $5 range. Uncommons, rare Allegiant General Pride, maybe $1 if we are lucky. Rare Pantoran Starship Thief, which is worthless. Oh boy, dropping packs. Getting through the commons. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon into a rare Close the Shield Gate, which is not worth anything. Commons, uncommons. Rare Seasoned Fleet Admiral, not worth anything. Yeah, this box hurt. This box hurt. Uncommon, uncommon. Here's a legendary hyperspace Shadowcaster. Here again, this should feel amazing. It's a legendary hyperspace. Who wouldn't want a legendary hyperspace? But it's the damn Shadowcaster again. I'm probably more excited about the worthless Spotlight Chewbacca in there than I am about the hyperspace legendary Shadowcaster. A sad state of affairs, ladies and gentlemen. So many legendaries, so little value. uncommons into a rare IG-2000 and a rare corporate defense shuttle. IG-2000 used to be worth $1 or $2. I think now it's down to 70 cents. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. Into a rare super heavy ion cannon, not worth anything. This is our second to last pack, by the way, as we sit here with almost no value from this box. This one was a dud. Rare They Hate That Ship, not worth anything. Imagine if we hadn't gotten that showcase in the previous box, and this is what we're ending with. Boy, that would be painful. And the last rare we get is a rare, the Invisible Hand. At least it's a very playable card, worth $1 or $2. Now let me show you what we got in this box and show you why we're losing lots of money. In the legendary group, we have Home 1, which is worthless. We have a Hyperfoil Nebula Ignition, worthless. Shadowcaster Hyperspace, worthless. Shadowcaster, worthless. Foil Stolen AT Hauler, $4 to $5. Unity Purpose, $4 to $5. Death Star Plans, worthless. The Invisible Hand, $1 or $2. Now, with the Invisible Hand, we're into the rares. They Hate That Ship, Super Heavy Ion Cannon, IG-2000, Corporate Defense Shuttle, Chewbacca, Corporate Defense Shuttle, Seasoned Fleet Admiral, Close the Shield Gate, Pantoran Starship Thief, Allegiant General Pride, Iden Versio, $1. There Is No Escape, Cassian Andor, Jam Communications, General Draven, Moff Gideon, Rampart, Jump to Lightspeed, No Glory Only Results, about 8. Victor Leader, 4. Houndstooth, Relentless Fire Spray, Tactical Heavy Bomber. That is the end of this harvest, ladies and gentlemen. If you made it this far, what are you enjoying? What are you not enjoying? What do you want to see me open? I was thinking about doing a harvest of Twilight of the Republic, because those cases are even less expensive than these. Now, it's also the case that Twilight cards are much less valuable and they're about to get rotated out. But I don't know. Is that something you want to see? Should I get like 2, 3, 4 cases of Twilight and sit here and harvest all of those? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, whatever they might be. Until the next video, whatever that might be, I'm 90s Star Wars Kid. See ya.